Well, joining me in the studio now is a guest lecturer at the University of Winchester, Mr. Andy Steggall. Andy, why do you come into lecturing?
It's a passion to see where the industry is going now and where youngsters can take the industry, because certainly it is a young person's business, but being able to mould that experience and being able to see the aptitude and the abilities that young people can deliver is an extraordinary thing. It is so vital. It's what broadcasting's always been about, the energy and the vitality, and it's certainly here at Winchester.
Why did you come to the University of Winchester to begin your lecturing career?
I like this place because it's a small place. It's got an intimate atmosphere. Some of the bigger places are huge, great big monoliths of buildings and institutions, but you know that you can actually get to meet and to understand some of the students and to be able to see the potential in them.
So obviously everything's aimed towards getting up to broadcast standard within the university. How close is the university to hitting that level?
It has every potential to deliver people who can get jobs, especially because of the style in which this particular broadcast journalism degree is put together. You're not a single man out there anymore, or a single woman. You're a multi-skiller. You look at all the awards that are being given. You're seeing what's being asked of people when they're in the business, and how many people have had to change their aptitudes who are in the business already. If you can't edit, if you can't run a camera and shoot, if you can't write a good story, if you can't then broadcast and put the whole thing together and deliver it to air, then really you haven't got much of a chance in the years to come. And this is what you get to do, and this is what you do at Winchester. Best of all, you get to play in the greatest and best sense of the word. I started by going straight into a local radio station. You can't play there. You're going out on air. What you do is going out. And what I found, especially for the first 3 or 4 years of my career, is I found it very limiting. You couldn't stretch your wings for danger of actually making a mistake or whatever. Here you have this amazing opportunity to just let yourself go and to push back the barriers, to find where the edges are. And no one's going to criticize you for that. In fact, personally, I would hope that if anyone was pushing and pushing, that you would encourage that. You know when to bring them back, you know where to find sort of the standard. But what a great opportunity to really, really try and push and find out everything. Test yourself and the equipment and the people and the lecturers and push them to their best. You can do it here.
I mean, you mentioned earlier on that you started your career in the mid-80s on a local radio station. I mean, how much difference is there from what you're seeing now in the university compared to what you were brought up on?
Because you have to learn on the job, it was a slow process. Here, I think the whole aptitude of people with computers and how the business has changed so considerably as far as the technology is concerned. The convergence of all the media towards, it's sort of centralized around the web perhaps, television, radio, the ability to write. All these things are creating a completely new landscape in broadcasting. There's a tipping point. It's coming now. It's already started, where the kind of things that are being taught here at Winchester and in other courses like this are making people that much better prepared for a world that is changing in front of everyone's eyes who is in the business. But these people who come out of a course like this will be there to make decisions, to say, this is what can be done.
I mean, obviously, most of your career you spent at Meridian TV on the local radio, local television even.
Yeah.
How important is it that a student comes out with those skills ready to broadcast right away in the modern era where it's all VJs and it's all frightening, scary world, really?
It is, because there's more pressure in a way, isn't there? You're not only just writing a script, you're not just being a cameraman or woman, you're not just being an editor. You're asked to do all of these things. So the amount of practice and the amount of preparation required to go into the business and be a success and to be competent has never been at such a high pitch. Because, let's face it, there are not so many people being employed in the business. But it means those that get the jobs have to be that much better, because you can't go and train with someone. You can't go and follow someone's footsteps for a year and then, oh, well, now you can write a piece of copy. The demands of what the fully prepared journalist needs to deliver is so much higher. And you get 3 years to do that training here. Can't be better.
I mean, you make it seem like if you were a student today, you would want to come to a university like Winchester and learn your trade rather than going into the industry.
I would have loved the opportunity. I really would have loved the opportunity to explore, to really have a chance to think about what you wanted to do with journalism, about what the values are that you want to stand for in your journalism. And of course, when you get into the pell-mell of an actual newsroom, there are so many demands that send you in one way, send you in another direction. But to hear yourself breathe and to hear yourself think, as well as get the practice in all of these different skills that are now an absolute prerequisite of the new media and a new British television industry, that's fantastic.
Andy, thank you very much.